or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good to Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good to Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good to Go post-game snacks.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
My name is Jesse Moore. Our 22-year-old son died from suicide. My journey with Caden's death was leading me down many dark paths, of which none included blaming God. It would have been easy, and he would have accepted it. How or why? I did not. I am not sure, other than the signs that only Jesus could have possibly controlled were put in front of me from the moment of this horrible family event. The only way I found to ease the pain of losing Caden was the time that I was able to spend in prayer with Jesus. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest or call 988.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe. It's the Roe you know.
Get to Roe. This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. '25 Nebraska State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Woodhouse Auto. Convenience delivered every time. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And by 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank with your financial needs.
The C1 semifinals roll on. One final ticket to punch in the championship game here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Hello, everyone, on News Channel Nebraska. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay as we get set for a semifinal matchup between Omaha Concordia and Doniphan Trumbull. Lou, these are two teams who came into the season feeling like they had something to prove. Doniphan Trumbull, a disappointing debut in the Class C1 state tournament last year. Concordia has been so close so many times without getting over the hump. These might be two of the hungriest teams for a state championship appearance at state.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think both teams played really well in that quarterfinal game. You had a team like Doniphan Trumbull had to go against Ogallala. Now, they didn't have to face Sawyer Smith, but they made the plays they had to down the stretch. I thought Concordia against a really good Sydney team did exactly the same thing. I think both teams feel like they're playing really good basketball. This another one I think that's going to go late into the ball game, and who steps up and makes big plays late, that's going to be the difference.
We've already seen a 5-seed advance to a championship game and now a 3-7 in the other semifinal. Key players, starting lineups, all the action coming your way. Stay with us. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
The pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com and by KRT. Learn more at KRTRelief.com.
Hi, my name is Ryan. John chapter 8 says, "Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone." Jesus tells us not to condemn others. It's not our job. He then tells the woman being condemned, "Now go and sin no more." He loves her too much to let her stay where she is. He wants so much more for us. He wants us not to just squeak by in our lives, but to live fully in Christ's example.
Back at Pinnacle Bank Arena, getting set for a C1 semifinal matchup between Doniphan Trumbull, the 7 seed, and the 3rd-seeded Concordia Mustangs from Omaha. Doniphan Trumbull, in a week of upsets, had a shocker, 57-45 over Ogallala. Again, an Ogallala team without their best player, but Doniphan Trumbull didn't let that be an excuse for them. They played brilliantly. 2 players with at least 20 points, including Jack Poppy.
Yeah, Jack Poppy is a guy, you mentioned, 20-point scorer. He's a 1,000-point scorer for this Doniphan Trumbull team, but he averages 5 assists a game. And I think he's at best when he's able to dribble drive, make plays for other people. He's such a great passer, set other guys up, and then become the scorer late. He's a great player, a special player, and a very important player for Doniphan Trumbull.
Dropped 5 dimes in that 12-point win over the 2nd-seeded Indians on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Concordia, no stranger to the semifinals. They were in a rough one, a tough game against Sydney. Came down to the wire. They came back late. And the guy who keyed them late was the guy who's been key for them all year, the junior, Drew Coulis.
Yeah, he just finds ways to make plays. He's the quarterback of this team. He's only 6 foot tall, maybe, but a good rebounder. 5 rebounds a game at that guard spot. But you know, much like Poppy, a guy that's a good distributor and a guy that steps up and makes clutch plays. We'll see if he can make some clutch plays and get his team in the championship game here this morning.
Somebody we can always rely on for clutch plays. Pat Jansen, the 3rd member of our broadcast crew, with more on today's contest. Pat?
Thanks, fellas. When you think of Class C1 powers, you think of some schools that have been around for quite a while. Ogallala made its first state tournament appearance in 1919, Auburn in 1912. But as far as these two schools, Concordia and Doniphan Trumbull, well, not really the case. Concordia wasn't even in existence until 1996. Doniphan Trumbull was a combination of 2 small schools that came together in 2000. Well, where are those 2 small communities? Well, Doniphan is a town of about 800 people located in Hall County. Trumbull, about 200 people in Adams and Clay counties. Obviously, they haven't won a state championship as a combined school, but Trumbull did win 2 state titles in 1921 and 1928. Doniphan reached the C2 title game in 1999. But they're not just a collection of two small communities. They're also a collection of two fantastic juniors. We've mentioned them many times this week. Jack Poppy, over 1,000 points for his career in Parkerville, 28 points short of 1,000 in his career. They combined for 43 points in their upset win over the aforementioned Ogallala earlier this week. Now, if they can collaborate like that again today, they might see Doniphan Trumbull get to their first state title appearance as a combined school in school history. We've got tip-off coming up after this on News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Hey, sports fans, heading to the big game tonight? Make sure you stop by Speedy Mart before you hit the stadium. Fuel up your car and grab your favorite snacks and drinks to keep your energy high. Whether it's chips, soda, or a quick meal, Speedy Mart has everything you need to kick off your game night right. Don't miss out. Swing by Speedy Mart for all your pre-game essentials.
Speedy Mart, snacks before the game.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Let's talk school spotlight. That is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing? Or do you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency's here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com today. The 3 seed is Concordia from Omaha. The Mustangs 22-4. This is their 5th appearance at state and their 5th in a row. This is a remarkable run that head coach Ken Koulis is on. They've never made it to a state title game. They have been close, falling in the semifinals in 2021 and in 2024. Coach Koulis in his 12th year, 188 wins to 125 losses. Doniphan Trumbull making their 6th appearance at state, their 4th in a row, and 5th in the last 6 years. They've never made a title game as a combined school. Doniphan made it to the 1999 Class C2 title game. Trumbull won 2 championships. Of course, we all remember those in 1921 and 1928. They are coached by Keelan Burr in his 10th year at the helm of the Cardinals, 181 wins to just 66 losses. Lou, a fascinating matchup. You know, again, I don't think having no Sawyer Smith was an excuse. Doniphan Trumbull played well enough to beat Ogallala on Wednesday, regardless of who was in the starting lineup. I think they proved they are for real, deserve to be here, and are going to give Concordia everything they can handle, perhaps, and then some in the semifinals here this morning.
Yeah, we talked about Jack Poppy, and he is a great player. Another guy that stepped up big in that game was Parker Volk.
Yeah.
Both those guys were special in that game, and they impressed me. I had not been able to see Doniphan Trumbull yet this year, but they made plays, and they were, we talk about clutch. One of the things about clutch is just being calm in those moments that matter most. I thought this team really had a lot of confidence with them, and, they're going to be a tough out today, and if they win tomorrow in the state championship game.
Poppy and Volk had a combined 43 points, were a combined 8 of 17 from 3. They were lighting it up as a team, 10 3-pointers, especially in the second half as they pulled away from Ogallala as they hit big shot after big shot. Now, Concordia, they're used to tough battles. They had a close one. Sydney fans no doubt feel like they let that one get away, but Concordia made the plays when they needed. We talked about Koulis, but it's the 2 seniors, Jack Thrasher and Jackson Shepard, Lou, who I think have been calming influences on this team. Thrasher in particular with 14 points. He made a lot of clutch free throws down the stretch for the Mustangs. I think they're going to be leaning on that senior leadership here today.
Yeah, I was going to say, you named seniors. You named guys that have been in the program a long time. And again, kind of the same thing in that ball game with Sydney.
they were the calmer team. They were the team that made plays late in that game, and that's the reason they're playing here in the state semifinals.
One thing to keep an eye on, if this game becomes a foul, where fouls become an issue, Concordia's bench did not score in that victory over Sydney, and their bench has not been particularly helpful for them in terms of offense this year. And as Coach Koulis mentioned to me this week, there's a lot of new players on that roster. Now, they've been here before. They've done it. You know, a lot of these players are managers, and they've been around the program for a long time. But he said it's going to be pivotal that other guys step up. And if foul trouble becomes big trouble for them, it might be some new faces that are going to have to step up for Concordia today. That could be a fascinating subplot in this semifinal here this morning.
Yeah, a short bench. Sometimes it doesn't hurt you. Sometimes it does. You're right. Foul problems could be a significant factor. I don't know that really either team has a super deep bench, but I think Doniphan Trumbull a little bit more options off of that bench. We'll see how that plays out. I think certainly for Doniphan Trumbull, you want to start this game aggressively and try to get those some of those players in foul trouble.
Doniphan Trumbull had a 9-player rotation against Ogallala. They did not score a lot. Ethan Ballard, he averages 1.4 points per game. He has at times been a good performer for them off the bench. He was 0 for 2 in that game. Luke Askey, though, as that sixth man, he could very well be the X factor for them. Yeah. Points off the bench are going to be at a premium today. Any points that someone other than the 5 starters can get will be huge. And I think Luke Askey could be someone. He had 4 points in that victory over Ogallala. Averages about 3.4 a game. Those 3.4 could mean a lot for the Cardinals here this morning.
Yeah, you'd love that bench to step up and maybe double your average, get 6 points or so, and make that a defining factor in this ball game for the Cardinals' favor.
Something to watch in this game. Jack Poppy already over 1,000 points in his career. Parker Volk, after a 20-point performance in the quarterfinals, is just 28 points away from joining him. So there could be, by the time this day, if not tournament is done, 2,000-point scorers. Wow. I mean, regardless of what happens today, Doniphan Trumbull has 2 games ahead of them. If they lose, they would be in the third-place game tomorrow. So a good chance that Parker Volk will be joining Jack Poppy as a 1,000-point scorer. Both of them still have a full year of varsity basketball ahead of them.
Yeah, you're ahead of me there. I was just going to say the same thing. 1,000-point scorers as juniors. My goodness, Doniphan Trumbull's going to be good next year as well.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Those are brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. We talked about Poppy and Volk. Nathan Collinson did not score in that Ogallala game. He has been at times a good shooter for them this year, averaging about 3 points, 3 rebounds a game. Tragan Barnes also did not score. I don't think Doniphan Trumbull is going to be able to survive 2 offers out of their starting 5 today. Tyson Bennett has been an X factor for them as well as a senior, was also in double figures in that victory over Ogallala. As we mentioned, Keelan Burr, the head coach of Doniphan Trumbull, 181 wins and 66 losses. What a run the Cardinals have been on over the last half-decade, starting in C2 and moving up to Class C1. As for Concordia, we mentioned Koulis. Thrasher had 14 points in the win over Sydney. Jackson Shepard did a lot of the off-ball stuff, 6 points but 7 rebounds. Owen Abendroth, the junior, had 6 points in that victory. Cole Cheatham, the 6'1 sophomore, held to 2 points in the win over the Red Raiders, a 49-45 victory in the quarterfinals on Wednesday, as Concordia looks to try to advance to their first ever state championship game. Lou, they have been so close so many times. They've run into the Auburns and the Ashland Greenwoods of the world, who have denied them entry into the top game in Class C1. But this year, as good a chance as any with a team that, again, is led by a couple of juniors in scoring and has a couple of seniors who've been there for all this. Jack Thrasher and Jackson Shepard have played a lot of varsity minutes over these 4 years. And again, Doniphan Trumbull moved up from C2 to C1 last year. Did not have a great showing in the opening round. Coming back here, getting to the semifinal. These are 2 programs, Lou, that I feel like they have something to prove here. These are a couple of hungry teams that we're going to see, and I cannot wait to see the semifinal game.
Well, I think both teams feel like it's their time. I think both teams. Yeah, we've been there for Omaha Concordia and some of those painful losses with the big fella, McCafferty. They've come so tantalizingly close. So we see how you play with that sort of pressure if it comes down to that, where you're maybe a point or two away from a state championship game appearance.
One of the reasons they've had to rely on so many new faces, they were hoping to have Elliott McCafferty this year, but he broke his wrist. He's not available, has not played a single game for them this season, and yet here Concordia is in the semifinals. Opening tip controlled by Doniphan Trumbull, and we are underway. The winner will face Ashland Greenwood in the title game tomorrow morning. Quick trigger triple and right away. Doniphan Trumbull making their presence felt from deep. Tragan Barnes did not score on Wednesday. Didn't waste much time here today.
Yeah, he's not going to waste time. He's going to get into the scoring ledger right away.
Concordia the other way. Doniphan Trumbull flying around defensively. That three, not there. Rebound pulled down by Tyson Bennett, the 5'10 senior. Bit of a size advantage for Doniphan Trumbull. Mishandled, taken away. That's Koulis. Kicks left side, open triple. Good, and we're tied. That's Jackson Shepard, the 6'3 senior.
Shepard from downtown off the assist from Koulis. I think between Koulis and Poppy, we'll see who's able to be the best distributor in this ball game.
Here in our first quarter, which is brought to you by John Henry, their family serving yours. A bit of a leaner, off balance. Jack Poppy, he's got a quick release, a good deep shooter.
Yeah, and a very confident guy. He does so many things well for this Cardinal team.
Off the baseline, a leaner falls. Owen Abendroth, the junior.
Shots falling early for both teams.
A decidedly quicker pace to this one than our previous semifinal. Off the up fake. Good defense by Abendroth, but an even better shot by Bennett.
How in the world did he get that one off? You're right, that was great defense. Somehow able to get that shot up and in.
Just one miss between these two teams so far. Bit mishandled on his way to the rack. Still able to find on the right block for a short-arm lay-in. And it'll stay with Concordia. That was Jack Thrasher's first attempt, the 6'4 senior. But outside of Thrasher and Shepard, 6'4", 6'3", this team, a lot of 6-footers. Coach Koulis saying that rebounding has been an issue for them at times this year.
Yeah, you got to be good as a team rebounding in this ballgame.
This time the rebound tracked down by Doniphan Trumbull. Parker Volk, the 6'4 junior.
I think this Cardinal team moves really well without the ball. They pass the ball well. They play good team offense and defense. That's why they're here.
There you see that movement. Poppy. Nice pass. Swatted from behind, but a foul called. And Collinson, the 5'10 senior, will head to the line for our first foul shots of the morning contest.
Watch the drive here. Poppy changes directions, and he's got such great vision. You run into the double team, you find your cutter. He is so adept at that, at finding open teammates.
Our replay there, bringing the action back into focus. Instant replays powered today by Unity Eye Centers. Doniphan Trumbull, pretty good free throw shooting team.
Collison, the 30-year-old at the free throw line with a mustache.
He's got a mature look to him. Splits the pair. On Wednesday, Doniphan Trumbull did not miss a single free throw, so that first one was their first miss from the line in this tournament.
Again, I stress that all year. Free throw shooting so important, and if you can shoot the free throws well, you give yourself a chance in most games.
Back in the offense. Good strong drive there by Thrasher.
That's a great jump step through there by Thrasher for the bucket.
Poppy leaves for Bennett, back to Poppy. Now Bennett, the corner empties. Looks for help, finds it in Parker Volk. Stripped, taken away. Thrasher with the steal. Doniphan Trumbull back defensively, pocket picked. Little tit for tat there. It'll go to the Cardinals on the inbound.
Watch Bennett race back here. Thrasher doesn't see him. Got to talk there if you can, if you're Concordia. Got to let your man know that somebody's coming up behind him.
Cardinals have led throughout. So far, tough, awkward shot, but Poppy able to draw damage. He'll head to the line and shoot a pair.
What a luxury it is for Doniphan Trumbull to have a player like Poppy. We talked about how well he can score the basketball. We've talked about how well he can pass the basketball. That creates problems for you defensively because try to take him out of the game and not allow him to score points. He's going to find other players that score. If you try to play him one-on-one, he's likely to light you up.
Makes the first free throw. Poppy, the 6'2 junior, 80% from the land of the free. And this Cardinals team is very good. From the charity stripe, extending their lead now to 4 in the early going. Skipped right side Abendroth. Cheatham tipped away. Cardinals regather into the front court. Poppy will set it up. Quick trigger triple off. Missed everything. Good effort on the rebound, but it'll go to Concordia.
Yeah, quick three-pointer ends up with nothing. But I think, if this game gets into a back-and-forth affair, I think it's got to favor the Cardinals a little bit. I think they run the ball very well. Good open floor team. Not that Concordia can't do that as well.
Entry pass taken away. That was fronted nicely. Tipped by Ethan Ballard, who's checked into the game. Ballard rotates topside. Bennett keeps. Volk can't turn the corner on Thrasher. Looking to back him down, mishandled. Now Poppy with a head of steam. Rebound to Shepard.
Good collapse there defensively by Concordia to make that a very difficult shot.
Koulis still looking for his first make today. Instead they go with the entry pass tipped out by Doniphan Trumbull. To the bench go both squads. Concordia sending in Ryan Taylor, the 6'1 sophomore. And Tragan Barnes returning for Doniphan Trumbull. There you see Coach Koulis. How many navy blue sweater vests do you think he owns?
Probably several.
Entry pass back outside now to Abendroth. Thrasher, left block. That's a good strong drive. He's been able to get past Doniphan Trumbull on a couple of occasions now.
I like the Mustangs in the half court. Patient, find good shots, find those driving lanes, get the ball to the bucket.
Poppy picked up by Taylor defensively. Now Ballard. Barnes wanted the dribble handoff. Good adjustment by Poppy. Volk gets the defender in the air, heads to the line. Boy, both Poppy and Volk are so quick.
Yeah.
With those lanky frames, it does not take much for them to be in the lane in a hurry.
Now, Parker Volk is 6'4", but look at those arms. He's more like 6'7" with those long arms. And you're right, very quick off the dribble.
Foul called on Taylor, his first. There you see great turnout by the Concordia student section behind the hoop there. They're about 12, 13 rows deep, all dressed in pink. Again, I cannot stress it out. I mean, we've talked about it, but they were 13 of 13 from the free throw line in the quarterfinals. They're 5 of 6 today.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to win you a lot of games.
Absolutely.
Shepard surveying Koulis. Doniphan Trumbull in his zone. Collapsing on Thrasher, dribbles past him and draws damage. Jack Thrasher, the senior, has so much experience at this tournament. Saw time as a sophomore, as a starter last year, and now as one of the key cogs, second leading scorer for the Mustangs this season.
Whether it's a man or a zone defense for Doniphan Trumbull, Omaha Concordia will make them work, make them play defense. They will not take a lot of quick shots. They'll work that basketball. And that tends to tire you out not only physically but mentally when you have to play a lot of defense throughout the entire game.
Concordia made 2/3 of their free throws in their quarterfinal victory. They were 10 of 15. Perfect there is Thrasher. And it's back to a 2-point contest. A two-man game. Volk has to back out. Well defended by Concordia. Bennett, splitting defenders, staying under control. Well, that was a tough regather. Bennett able to get it to drop.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep control of that basketball. A nice strong drive to the hoop.
Bennett with 4. Now Koulis. From baseline, he's 0 for 3 from the field. Rebound pulled down by Volk. Cardinals wasting no time into the front court. Off the up fake, Poppy. But you have to respect his ability to pull up from deep. Draws a crowd, and it's turned over. Nice help defense there. Taylor with the steal.
It's a rare force play there by Poppy into 3 defenders. Turns the basketball over.
Thrasher working on Volk. Now Abendroth. Defensive switch, the steal. Volk. Oh boy. That one hung up on the rim a bit longer than he would have liked, but he still gets it, and the Cardinals have their largest lead.
I'm thinking maybe about dunking that one, but lays it up. That's exactly what you want to do. Make sure it counts. You don't have to be flashy. You can throw it down, but make sure that one counts.
And on the end line, Concordia turns it over. That was Cole Hinnick, the 6'2 junior, or sophomore rather. Cheatham back in the contest for Concordia. As a quick rest for Volk. Solid first quarter for him. 4 points, a couple of rebounds.
The overall pace right now favoring the Cardinals.
8-second difference between shot and game clock. Poppy. Well, they're helping well on him. That's a tough shot. And the rebound to Taylor.
So what you do with a player like Poppy is make him work for his points, really harass him, and force him to get rid of the basketball.
Concordia playing for last shot. Koulis. Gotta hurry. Clock down to 4 as Koulis misses from 3. The putback, no. The second, not there. The third one is, and it counts. Cole Hynek with his first points of the tournament. Coming at a key time in Concordia. Turning it over early, though. Doniphan Trumbull with the lead at 17-13. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Jake. I grew up with a great relationship with God. After high school, I became selfish and put my own desires before God. I struggled with alcohol and lust, and the devil had a tight grip on me. My life was full of darkness, and I was on the verge of losing my family. Thankfully, I chose God as my higher power, and through treatment, amended my relationship with God and my family. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest, or call 402-379-2030.
to 13, Doniphan Trumbull, the 7 seed, with the lead over Omaha Concordia. As we get set to begin the second quarter alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. The second quarter brought to you by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet.
How about the finish to that quarter? We talked about bench play for Concordia, and you get a guy like Hynek that gets a big-time offensive rebound on putback at the buzzer.
First bench points for Concordia this tournament. And they're back within 4. Baseline drive, reverse lay-in, won't fall. Thrasher there to clean it up. Just like that, it's a one-possession game.
Boy, Mustangs crashing the offensive glass, getting some quality putbacks.
Thrasher with 8, leading all scorers so far. Barnes leaves for Poppy. They've defended him well so far. This mishandled, foul called, and Bennett will head to the line. Poppy and Volk again combined for 43 in the victory over Ogallala, combined for 9 in the first quarter.
Be a big bonus for the Cardinals. Talked about it in the pregame is, the short bench for Concordia. You get the guys in foul trouble and get to the free throw line. You shoot very well from the free throw line. 5 of 6 today.
Bennett, 71% free throw shooter coming into the tournament. He has improved on that since. They're jinx-proof, Lou. That's how good they are.
Yeah.
18-15 on our scoreboard, brought to you in part by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency's here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Also, by Faith Regional Physician Services. When hard work hits you hard, have faith.
2 more free throws down for the Cardinals.
Back to a 4-point game. Doniphan Trumbull, 7 of 8 from the land of the free early on. Koulis, they've done a nice job on him so far. Corner triple on the way. Good. Rattles home for Cole Cheatham. And he's already eclipsed his scoring output from Wednesday.
We're getting putbacks now. A nice ball movement. Good possession. Ends up in an open 3.
Volk. Collinson thought better of it. Now it's Poppy heaving from deep. Rebound to Koulis.
Koulis, such a good rebounding guard. That's a luxury.
Had 7 of them against Sydney. Great ball movement, another corner triple. This time to clear out by Doniphan Trumbull. Bennett gets the board and a timeout call. We'll take one as well. 6:15 to go in the half. Doniphan Trumbull's lead has been clipped to 1. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Worked with Agri City pretty much since the beginning of my ownership here at Motoplex. It's real important for us to have good insurance, a good insurance provider that works with us with the different aspects of having a lot of new inventory, used inventory, and then customers' machines while we're fixing them. They make it really easy to have me just focus on the business because they take care of the back end stuff. They care about Motoplex, but they care about us here at Motoplex as people and individuals.
I'm Rick Keener with Agri City Insurance, protecting what you grow.
(19-18) Doniphan Trumbull with a 1-point advantage. They have never trailed in this game. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay.
Eric, so far the advantage for the Cardinals has been at the free throw line. For Concordia, it's been the offensive rebound and 4 offensive boards already.
Mad scramble for the ball. Concordia out with it. But Doniphan Trumbull, to your point, Lou, has attempted just 9 shots in this game, and yet have 19 points. But Concordia a chance to take their first lead. Thrasher trying to get set up down low. Left side Cheatham. Baseline tipped out. Concordia will inbound with 15 to shoot.
And Doniphan Trumbull doing they have basically a concerted effort to keep Concordia from driving, kind of playing back and allowing some of those more open looks for three-pointer to keep the Stangs out of the middle.
Great movement away from the ball. A nice find. Shepard gives Concordia their first lead of the contest.
Like the ball movement, like what Concordia's doing offensively. Again, being very patient.
Looking to answer quickly are the Cardinals. Down low, well defended, taken away. That's Taylor's second steal. Koulis wants 3. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with Concordia, though.
Koulis had a good look there. He's been kind of ice cold so far from the field.
Concordia scoring 5 unanswered.
Got a shoe tying stoppage there. That's why I wear Velcro.
That's the way to do it. Just slip-ons. Just wear slippers. I've got bunny slippers on. Works for me.
Right now you do.
Yeah, they're great. And we've got 5 seconds.
You got a foul.
Oh, foul away from the ball. a hold on Doniphan Trumbull, so Concordia will try it again. That resets the shot clock. Now Koulis. Thrasher. Left right side Shepard. Off the Taylor screen. Koulis into the lane. Wow. Galloping to the bucket. His first points today.
What a quick move. And under control. Into traffic. That's just a big-time move there by Drew Koulis.
7 straight for Concordia. And now Doniphan Trumbull knocking on the door of 3 minutes without points and an offensive foul called. Away from the ball.
Coach Koulis over there getting fired up. Every time I see Coach Koulis, I wait for him to ask me if my algebra homework is done. Which it never was.
Now Concordia. 3 turnovers for Doniphan Trumbull over the last 2 minutes plus. They have been taking care of the ball prior to this stretch. Tough shot. Doesn't matter. Goes down for Thrasher. And one. Jack Thrasher in double figures.
Well, the Cardinals have been doing a pretty good job overall, or at least they've been working at keeping Concordia out of the lane. But boy, last couple of possessions, some great looks. Thrasher that time with a nice finish and a chance for a three-point play. And before that, Koulis with a fantastic drive for a bucket. So Mustangs getting some quality touches, some high percentage looks here in the second quarter.
Mustangs have made 5 of their last 7 shots. And Thrasher completes the three-point play. This is 10 unanswered for the 3 seed. Thrasher will get a break in favor of Heineck. But Jack Thrasher, a brilliant game so far, 11 points in the first half.
Now the Cardinals at this point, you just got to calm down and be more efficient on the offensive end. They were doing a good job earlier in the game, they themselves getting some real quality looks.
Concordia's defensive intensity has gone up. Taylor called for the foul, trying to lean into the screen. Stick around, folks. We've got our halftime show coming up. That brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
It's Bennett there setting the screen, and Taylor tried to run through it. That's where the foul was.
Bennett. Lobbing now touch to Poppy. Just 5 points for him on 1 of 4 shooting. Good kick. Open triple left short. Poppy the offensive rebound. Lost it out of bounds, though. It'll be Concordia basketball, and Poppy can't believe it.
And Poppy got that rebound and then put it on the floor. I don't know if it went off his foot or... Ball goes back to the Mustangs now. Up 6. See if we can see it here. He brings the ball down and puts it on the floor.
Yeah, he touched it last.
He didn't dribble it off his foot. It was just both guys trying to gain possession of that ball, and he knocked it out.
Owen Abendroth returning to the game for Concordia. In the driver's seat now, their largest lead at 6. Koulis resetting. 15 on the shot clock. Boy, he's so quick. In among the trees, though, in trouble, and 3 seconds called. Doniphan Trumbull, they collapse so quickly defensively.
Yeah, and you have to with a guy like Koulis. Koulis, he's one of those guys that not only very quick but strong. He's physically strong, and he can break through. Guys playing defense trying to hand check. He can get right through that.
Bennett feeding Volk. Has it stripped away. Boy, great on-ball defense. It'll be out of bounds. It stays with Doniphan Trumbull, but Jackson Shepard making life tough on the 6'4 junior.
Yeah, the second quarter, I think Concordia's established themselves on the defensive end. It's been a lot tougher here in the second stanza for the Cardinals to find shots.
Doniphan Trumbull has not scored now in almost 4.5 minutes. Poppy Leaving it left block. Good shot there. What a find. Good movement away from the ball by Ethan Ballard.
And Ballard gets open, and Poppy does what he does well. That double team comes, you find the cutter. Good court vision from Poppy.
Ballard's first points of the tournament. Tipped at the other end, out of bounds. Almost a run out there. Poppy knows it was that close. Stick around, folks. We'll take a look at our halftime highlights during the break. Those brought to you in part by Sartor Heyman Jewelers and by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. Omaha Concordia trailed by as much as 6 in this game, now up by 6.
Wow.
Make it 7 as Owen Abendroth hits the triple.
He's a guy that can stretch the defense. That's a big-time make.
Doniphan Trumbull calls timeout. We'll take one as well. The Mustangs. I mean, you can't leave a Mustang in the open field, right? They do damage. Abendroth does it there. Mustangs up 7. This is News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
Team to 2 run over the last 4 minutes and 37 seconds has Concordia in control of this semifinal matchup. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Doniphan Trumbull trying to find answers. A quick bucket out of the timeout. Offensive rebound, though, tapped to Poppy. Bennett's 3 off the mark, and Doniphan Trumbull's gone cold.
Before those 2 shots, both teams were shooting 55%, but it's the Doniphan Trumbull with 9 more shots before those 2. Omaha Concordia with 9 more shots, getting better shots as well.
In trouble in the corner, out of it, now to Cheatham. Koulis backs up, kicks up top. Thrasher wants 3. Battle for the rebound between their own teammates. Won by Volk, so he'll get credit for that one. Poppy was there as well. Baseline drive, Barnes. Ballard leaves it to a curling Bennett. Back up to Poppy. Off the up fake, awkward shot. Boy, no easy shots for Doniphan Trumbull this quarter.
Doing a great job as Omaha Concordia, really making the Cardinals work to find anything offensive on the offensive end.
Just 4 points this quarter after 17 over the opening 8. Skying for the rebound there, Bennett. That's his 3rd. Bennett blows by the defense, draws damage. He'll head to the line.
That might be the key for Doniphan Trumbull now, is to speed this game up. Just get out and play the transition game. This is an excellent drive here. Cuts through the defenders. Bennett now at the free throw line, where Cardinals have done very well in this ball game, 7 of 8.
Koulis called for the foul. That's his 2nd. Tyson Bennett, 5'10 senior, one of 3 seniors in the starting lineup for the Cardinals. Off the rim, just the 2nd miss from the land of the free today. Rebound to Cheatham.
A 10-second difference between game clock and shot clock here.
Concordia, similar to Ashland Greenwood, much more comfortable milking clock. And they will do so here. With 10 on the shot clock, Shepard directs traffic. Calls for the screen from Thrasher. Shepard drives, kicks, mishandled by Abendroth. One to shoot, short. Offensive rebound, comes out to Thrasher. Spins, offensive foul. Volk was in position. That'll be Thrasher's first foul.
I got the offensive rebound. Here you see Volk. Feet set. A lot of contact there. He gets the call. 7 seconds to go now. You got time if you're Doniphan Trumbull. You got to push the ball down the floor, but you don't have to panic. You don't have to be out of control here. Get the ball down and find a quick shot.
No field goals for the Cardinals in the last 2:44. It's Bennett, coast to coast, off the window. There's the field goal they wanted. And a little bit of momentum for the Cardinals as we head to the break. But Concordia found their rhythm in the second, and the third-seeded Mustangs are up 28-24 as we head to the break. We got a good one going again. Halftime show next. This is News.
At the racetrack or the rat race around town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
Halftime here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Concordia on top of Doniphan Trumbull at the break. And these last couple weeks of the state tournament, we've seen a lot of school spirit. We've seen a lot of theme nights with student sections and including faculty and staff. And Concordia is no exception. They've got a pink out afternoon here at PBA. And we're now joined by one of the teachers at Concordia, John DeBoer, teaching career tech education and also running a media group at the school. And I got to ask, John, I can't be one to judge in this gold jacket, but where does one find a jacket like that?
You know, it's amazing what Amazon will deliver at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, it looks fantastic on you. I've seen you running a lot of the cheers here and getting the students warmed up. What's it like, you know, as a teacher, seeing the enthusiasm of your students here?
It's really great to see them involved. The more you can get kids engaged with everything at school, the better off they're going to be. The more they're going to love to go to school, do the academics, but it needs hooks like this, like state basketball or other events, media club, anything else, robotics, football, whatever it takes to get kids involved with school. And so if I have to go and find a pink jacket that's delivered in O'Dark 100, I'll just do that to help keep the kids engaged with school.
I love it. That's fantastic. Now, you mentioned Media Club. You put a lot of people on camera during the season this year. Is it a little more uncomfortable on this side of things?
Yeah, it's a little nice when you can just kind of sit back and put it on. But we've been able to do some twin cameras. We've been able to do a real nice thing for the seniors where we showed a baby picture and then had it fade into their senior portrait. And it became quite the running game, so to speak, to guess who the senior was.
Well, that sounds fantastic. I got to ask, what's your prediction here in the second half?
Well, I think we're going to pull this through. It's going to be a shootout. There's no doubt about it. But I'm confident our team's going to pull it through.
That's Concordia teacher John DeBoer. Guys, let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Pat. It's a great look. I have to say, folks, Lou's got an aquamarine sequin jacket, though, that looks dynamite, even better. With the powder blue cummerbund, no less. It's a tremendous look for you there.
It's just my regular oil-changing clothes. I mean, nothing special.
Exactly. Just, messing around the house. Got my aquamarine jacket on. Well, folks, you can send us fashion tips, or maybe just let us know where you're watching the game by following us online. Head to X and follow at NCN Sports. Let us know where you're watching today's game. We've got folks from California and Texas checking in. Let us know where you're watching the game. We'll send you a shout-out on the air. Well, spring is just a couple of days away. It's next week spring starts, which means we are getting ever closer to the opening of the Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney, opening this spring, featuring a 66,000 square foot premium turf field. They'll have customizable sized soccer fields, the drop down net batting cages. It's going to make Kearney, it is already, Kearney's a wonderful city, but it's really going to make Kearney a destination city for folks not just around Nebraska but in the region, looking for big time events, looking for things to do. That's what the Kearney Sportsplex is going to bring to central Nebraska very, very soon this year.
I've heard rumors of April when they're looking to open that.
Yep.
I can't wait. April, not far away, obviously, it's March. And, coming spring of 2025, I think kind of depends on the day around here. What spring? I mean, you might get snow this week. We might have severe thunderstorms today. We'll just say we'll plan on April. How's that sound?
I've even heard of locusts, frogs falling from the sky. Who knows?
Petulance.
Right there on Eunice Drive. It's right by all the hotels and the restaurants. That new Visit Kearney Center that is gorgeous as well. Great part of town in a great city. Can't wait for it to open. The Kearney Sportsplex opening very soon in the city of Kearney. More halftime show next. This is News Channel Nebraska.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Agri-City Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Nebraska weather is extreme, fast-changing, and at times severe. That's why News Channel Nebraska is turning to the person who knows Nebraska's weather best. Introducing Chief Forecaster Kent Bowden. With over 40 years of forecasting experience and a place in the Nebraska Broadcasters Hall of Fame, Kent brings unmatched experience to your screen. Watch Kent on NCN Monday through Thursday, bringing his forecast to the entire state.
This is home.
28-24, the pink-clad fans of the Concordia Mustangs happy to see their team ahead. The winner will get Ashland Greenwood after their upset victory over Lincoln Lutheran earlier today in the state championship tomorrow. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights. Those are brought to you in part by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Also brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. Tale of two quarters here, Lou. Doniphan Trumbull came out firing in the first quarter. You see Barnes hitting the three here. And you'll see as these highlights roll on, the second quarter was very different. Concordia able to hit some shots early, bouncing back and forth. But it was Doniphan Trumbull who owned the first, Lou. Concordia came back, slowed the game down. The Cardinals just 2 of 7 from the field in the second quarter, 0 for 3 from deep, and none of their shots were easy over those second 8 minutes.
Yeah, I thought the defensive adjustments were really good. He really forced guys like Volk here, where you're going to see, I'm thinking about a dunk, but he goes ahead and takes that layup, which is a wise move, make sure that shot counts. But it was, really made those guys work in that second quarter to find their shots.
Concordia did find their shots in the second quarter. You see the drive here by Jack Thrasher. What a half he had. 11 points, 3 rebounds, and was perfect from the free throw line. 3 for 3 as they extended their lead, went on a 14-2 run with Abendroth's triple part of that. That gave them a 7-point lead, which was their largest. But Doniphan Trumbull found some plays late. Bennett, he led them in scoring in the first half with 9, had 3 rebounds as well. That was really the key for making this a 4-point game. Those last couple of buckets at Doniphan Trumbull late, Lou, I think are key for them. They needed that momentum going into the half.
Absolutely. Tyson Bennett was really good there at the end. That last bucket they had, it was Concordia played such good defense the entire the first half, and especially the second quarter, but they let Bennett take it from coast to coast. Didn't stop the dribble penetration. He's able to take it all the way in, get that bucket. That sort of momentum play there that just kind of gets you back in the game, gets your head right. Down 4, but you feel like you got a little momentum here coming out into the third quarter.
28-24, Concordia leads at the break. Third quarter coming up next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
5 Points Bank brings communities together. Five Points Bank. Better bank, better community, better life.
Guys, I got a chance to talk to both coaches coming out of the halftime locker room. Kalen Burr was very concerned with that second quarter. Obviously had to burn a couple timeouts, but he said that his team has made a couple adjustments at halftime, wants to get his players to the rim a little sooner and get cleaner looks at the basket. Meanwhile, Concordia head coach Ken Koulis, very no-nonsense. He does not want to lose another semifinal matchup. He said his team finally settled into the game in the second quarter, but he also said, hey, this is a semifinals. Anything can happen. These are two very good teams. Guys, we'll tip off in just a second.
That we will, Pat. You know, Ken Koulis, very, very good coach. Always a good interview, but in game, he keeps things very close to his vest.
Yeah.
He does not offer a lot in terms of what you can expect, what type of adjustments they make. But Doniphan Trumbull will start with the ball. They've led by as much as 6. They trail by 4 as we start the second half. The winner will face 5th-seeded Ashland Greenwood in the championship game tomorrow morning. Well read, turned over. That's Koulis with his second steal of the contest. And Jackson Shepard runs point.
Concordia out-rebounded Doniphan Trumbull in that first half. Also had 8 more shots. That's a good recipe for success if that continues here in the second half.
Doniphan Trumbull attempted just 15 shots in the first half. Not by design, mind you. That was defensively just what Concordia forced them into. Switch on the screen, great cut. Koulis off the find from Shepard. Koulis with 4 points.
Right where he kind of right back where you started, finding real quality shots, running your sets to perfection.
Then Koulis with a swipe at the other end. Sprinting back is Barnes. Koulis spins, fires, fills it up over the outstretched arms of Jack Poppy.
Well, Barnes did an excellent job getting back. Koulis still ends up scoring that bucket.
And just like that, the Mustangs up 8, equaling their largest lead. The drive and dish. The 3 won't fall. Offensive rebound. Oh, what a play there. Bennett, right place, right time. He's in double figures now with 11.
Talk about a quick shot. He got a hold of that one right up with it.
Koulis runs point. Abendroth at 5 points in the first half. Too much mustard on that one. Koulis was cutting, but Shepard missed him. In our third quarter here, which is brought to you by Yankton Medical Center, Norfolk location. Choose the medical clinic your friends recommend. 5-star patient rated. Dr. Harper and Spottle, plus their specialists building a Norfolk legacy. One patient at a time. Doniphan Trumbull thought they had a steal. Instead, rather, Concordia thought they had a steal. Instead, it's a foul.
Abendroth got caught reaching on that one.
That's his first. See Coach Kalen Burr with instructions for Bennett. Now Poppy, just 5 points on 1 of 5 shooting in the first half. Has it stripped on his way to the rack. Double-digit turnovers in the game now for Doniphan Trumbull. Left side lob, well read. Volk, that's his 4th steal.
I think Volk kind of deked him there. Kind of played off and then stepped in and stole that one away.
It's the kind of thing you can do when you got those long arms.
Yeah.
Does not have to make much of an adjustment to pick off a pass. He's almost got it picked from him. Finds the open 3, left short. Trying to follow the shot, rolls out of bounds. It'll be Concordia basketball. Into the game now for Doniphan Trumbull, Luke Askey. He's on in favor of Collinson. Askey's saw 7 minutes of time in the first half, did not score.
Last shot missed by Jack Pop. He's only 1 of 6 right now in this ball game.
Koulis at 3, well defended. Volk skying for the rebound. He's fouled. That'll be on Shepard, his second. But Volk can get up.
I really can. Long arms and good jumping ability.
In the game for Concordia now is Taylor. Abendroth will sit down. Taylor had played really well defensively, Lou. I thought he was a nice defensive spark for them off the bench in that second quarter.
I agree. Made some things happen on that defensive end and forced some tough shots, which the Concordia Mustangs did a great job of in that second quarter.
Volk dribble handoff. Bennett pulls up mid-range short, and it's Koulis out with it, off and running. Doniphan Trumbull gets back. Man, the Cardinals can fly. It is hard to get a fast break on them.
They really do. They get back. That transition defense for Doniphan Trumbull is as good as I've seen.
The Concordia is so adept at slowing the game down in the half court. This is where their offense, I think, works best. Bounce right side, Koulis. Looking inside. Thrasher, after an 11-point first half, left that one short, missed everything. Koulis, though, in among the trees, can't get the follow, and the board by Barnes.
Another rebound for Koulis, but they come up empty on that possession.
His 4th board today. Pull up, triple, draws damage, and Volk will head to the line. That's going to be on Thrasher, his second.
Well, Doniphan Trumbull got away with one there. That's probably not a good shot for Volk. It's certainly a guy that can make threes, but we've talked about it a lot. Is those quick pull-up threes generally are not very successful, but gets a chance now to make 3 free throws instead.
Which is exactly where Doniphan Trumbull wants to be. Cardinals just 2 of 8 from downtown. Volk had cleared out. Yeah, took a college range 3. Just a little too aggressive on the follow through. Not a mistake you normally see from someone like Thrasher. Just brought the arm down across the body, sort of almost absent-mindedly.
Yeah, when somebody's taking a long 3, you close out with your hands in their face straight up. You don't want to come down and try to block that shot, because that's what ends up happening.
Volk makes him pay, got all 3. We're back to a 1-possession game. Concordia's not scored in a bit now, going on 3 minutes since their last points. Koulis trying to change that. What a play. The pirouette shot won't go, though. He follows it up off the tap from Taylor. Looking down low, and a foul called as Thrasher came down with it hard. Doniphan Trumbull, though, shoring things up defensively. That foul on Poppy. That's his first.
Watch Thrasher go up and get that. Almost fell down.
If anything, he probably wanted that pass a little higher.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, he went up to catch that. That's Koulis, usually a great passer. That one was left well short.
Up top, Koulis. He's had a tough shooting day. Found other ways to make it happen, though. Now baseline, foul. Body check called on Askey. That's his third. So his minutes have been limited. Again, he played some key minutes for Doniphan Trumbull against Ogallala, but he'll have to head to the bench in favor of Tragan Barnes. Thrasher. More of a slasher in this case.
Yeah.
Gets it to go. He's got 13. He has played well.
Thrasher the slasher.
Playing like a guy who's sick of losing in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Ballard. Poppy. Picked up well by Taylor. Poppy draws two. Shoots over him. Can't get the roll. Koulis with rebound number 5. And now it's Doniphan Trumbull who's gone a while without a field goal. 3 minutes plus. Shepard. Koulis. Poked away. Well defended. Good effort by Doniphan Trumbull, but now Concordia's got numbers. Thrasher from deep. In and out. Ballard the board and a foul called as Concordia was going for the rebound. Boy, the Cardinals have picked it up defensively, Lou, but offensively they continue to be stymied by Concordia and just cannot trim into this lead.
Yeah, neither team really in any sort of rhythm offensively, and you credit both defenses at this point.
That foul, by the way, on Koulis is his third, so he'll sit in favor of Abendroth. Key minutes now for Doniphan Trumbull, with Concordia's point guard and leading scorer on the bench.
Yeah, I'm guessing probably the next 3 minutes he stays sitting and then is out there for the fourth quarter.
Unless Doniphan Trumbull can start a run here. Bennett in deep, traveled. Back it goes to the Mustangs. Turnover number 11 for Doniphan Trumbull.
Yeah, that statistic pretty even. 9 turnovers for the Mustangs.
Mustangs have taken better advantage, though. 14 points off of Doniphan Trumbull's turnovers today.
Exactly right, and then still 11 more shots for the Mustangs, just getting more opportunities.
Hand check foul on the drive. That will be the first on Bennett. Called him with the reach. Much to the chagrin of the Doniphan Trumbull student section, as you can see.
Well, like the flow and the tempo right now, this game's got to favor the Mustangs. It's kind of a slow, kind of a herky-jerky game, and the half court is where the Mustangs, I think, are the better team.
A steal off the inbound, so Doniphan Trumbull has it in transition.
There you go.
And the triple by Barnes, his second today. Just like that, it's a 2-point game.
And conversely, if it speeds up, you just saw it right there. Doniphan Trumbull displays what they do well. Get out and run, find transition shots, including transition three-point
First
shots.
Field goal in 4 minutes for the Cardinals. Shepard. Off the Taylor screen, uses it well, short arms the shot, but follows and finishes. Shepard with 7.
You got to keep that dribble penetration out of the lane if you can. That just one went way too deep.
Taylor the steal. 2-on-1, leaves it sidecar, swatted away. Jack Poppy with the adjustment.
And Poppy, another athletic guy. First of all, look at the steal here. And I don't know, maybe he should have shot this, maybe. I mean, he did draw the defender over to him, which is what you want to do in the 2-on-1 fast break. Bring the defender to you and then tick it off. But a great defensive play that time by Poppy.
Concordia now looking inside, nobody there. So Shepard kicks up top. Cheatham. The drive and dish. Abendroth lost his footing a bit. Reset to the cutter. Thrasher off the front iron and a foul called on Concordia. Boy, that was an incredible look. I don't know how that one doesn't go down.
You get Cheatham with the loose ball foul.
That's the 5th on Concordia. which is not what you want if you're a Concordia fan, because you have what might be the best free throw shooting team in this tournament heading to the charity stripe.
And right now, 11 of 13 are the Cardinals.
That's 24 of 26 over the last couple games.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And trying to figure out who it is that's actually going to be shooting.
So about 92% for these two games, roughly, in my head.
That is, first of all, that's incredible free throw shooting percentage and incredible mental math by News Channel Nebraska's Lou Seeger.
Put my shoes back on now.
Tyson Bennett, boy, he's played well today. Too strong on the first.
I'm not completely jinx-proof, I don't think.
I don't want to point any fingers, but... So Bennett will try to split the pair, make this a one-possession game again. And does so. Tyson Bennett, 12 points, 4 rebounds. With the job that Concordia has done on Poppy and Volk, his production today has been huge.
And his ability to speed this game up, I think, is going to be key coming up here in this fourth quarter.
Abendroth gets a good step, lost it on the way up, but follows and finishes. Owen Abendroth with 7.
Well, Concordia doing a better job now on the offensive glass, getting some offensive rebounds and some putbacks. That's number 10 on the offensive boards. If the Cardinals are going to win this game, they got to limit that in the fourth quarter.
Taylor trying to get the steal. Now the hesitation dribble by Poppy, switches to the right hand.
They can only contain him for so long.
Poppy with 7 on just 2 of 8 shooting. Concordia's done so well on Doniphan Trumbull's prolific pair of Poppy and Volk.
And have not been able to pull away. There's a reach.
That'll be a reach on Ballard. As Shepard worked top of the key. Three-second difference between shot and game clock here for Concordia, and unless something opens up, they're probably going to use as much of these 35 seconds as they can.
They're kind of like the end of game situation. You want to lay up if you can get it, but you don't want a quick, out of sequence shot. There's an offensive foul now.
Certainly don't want an offensive foul.
Yeah, turn it over.
Thrasher called for the foul. That's his 3rd. So you've got Thrasher and Koulis each with 3 for the Mustangs.
Well, now you got a chance if you're Doniphan Trumbull. You're down 3 with the basketball. Even a 2-pointer here to end the quarter gives you a ton of momentum going into the fourth.
The Thrasher will sit for these final 32 seconds. They don't want him getting a cheap fourth. Heineck is in the game.
And Koulis back in the game for Concordia with those 3 fouls.
Something to keep in mind for the Cardinals, no doubt. Poppy to Barnes. Cardinals playing for 1. You don't see them do this very often.
No.
Poppy will be picked up by Taylor, whose on-ball defense has been as good as anybody we've seen maybe this week.
Now you got to go about 10 seconds here.
Tough pass, tipped away, stolen. Concordia will get a crack at it. It's Shepard. Tough 3, no. And that's the end of the third quarter. Would you expect anything different? All Concordia does is play close semifinal games. We got another one, 38-35. Fourth quarter next. This is News Channel Nebraska.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
In 2021, Concordia was in a close game with Auburn heading into the fourth quarter. They lost that game 39-37 in overtime. 2 years later, a close game with Auburn. Heading into the fourth quarter, they lost that game by 1, 54-53. Last year, a close game for a little while before Wahoo pulled away, 49-36. And now for the fourth time in 5 years, Omaha Concordia involved in a close semifinal as we begin the fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at visitlincoln.org.
Interestingly enough, Concordia played who? Ashland Greenwood in the third place game last year. That could be the championship game if they're able to close this one out.
The Blue Jays upset the top seed earlier today. They await the winner of this one. That three misses everything, but Shepard's there to clean it up. Jackson Shepard.
The offensive rebounding has been a difference right now for the Concordia Mustangs.
11 offensive rebounds. And a foul in the lane. That one called on Abendroth. That's his second.
Mustangs also +8 just overall in rebounding, but those offensive rebounds have been huge.
And to your point, second chance points in this game's 12-2 advantage for Concordia. Now Doniphan Trumbull trying to work it to the rack. Tie-up called. They say the hand got on the ball. It'll stay with Doniphan Trumbull. In the game now for Doniphan Trumbull. Askey returning to the game, as you see. Fan base is nervous here.
We talked about the rebounding, but still 16 more shots in this ball game for Concordia.
That three left short. Battle for the rebound, won by Concordia. It was tipped by Shepard into the arms of Thrasher. And the Mustangs will try to extend their lead once again.
If you have that many fewer shots, you better be very efficient making your shots. Now 15 more shots for Concordia in this ballgame.
Floater from the baseline, Koulis. His shot has not been there. Doniphan Trumbull wins the battle for the rebound, and timeout granted to Coach Burr. We'll take a timeout as well. Doniphan Trumbull with the ball, trailing 5. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speedy Mart. When you have to fuel your journey and feed the crew, whether it's many or a few, Speedy Mart is fresh, ready, super clean, and convenient.
Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And when you make a pit stop, it's gotta be fast. Easy in, easy out. Speedy Mart for the win.
Six minutes and 45 seconds away from one of these two teams making it to a state tournament final for the first time in their history. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. The winner will face Ashland Greenwood, for whom championship appearances are second nature at this point.
Yeah.
Top of the key, Doniphan Trumbull. It's Bennett, who's been their leading scorer today. Barnes trying to work in on Koulis. Back to Bennett. Wants three. Left it short. Offensive rebound. Poppy leads into a tough one. And the battle won by Doniphan Trumbull again.
That's the Cardinals hitting the offensive glass. Can they execute here and get something after getting 2 second chance opportunities?
Abendroth thought he had that one. Now Volk looking back door. Poppy. Jack Poppy with 9. Volk with the assist, his first of the ball game.
Volk from the high post there hits his teammate and fellow star there with the backdoor cut for the lay-in.
Shepard gives up to Taylor. Shepard, mouth might be bleeding. He might have taken a shot to the face earlier. What a lob. Thrasher's in deep. Defense comes over to help. Thrasher keeps it alive. Ball still loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by Doniphan Trumbull. They say Barnes was out of bounds as he was fighting for that ball, and it goes back to Concordia. So Concordia will, now the officials are talking it over. As We get a sub into the game and a timeout called by Concordia. With a 3-point lead, we'll take one as well. 5:34 to go. Mustangs by 3. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Concordia with the ball after a scramble. They called Barnes out of bounds. He does step out here. The ball was just kind of loose.
Yeah.
A tough call there.
That's
really kind of unsure what to do. It stays with Concordia.
It's so easy to make that call when it's slowed down like that.
Yes,
when you're the official out there and that game's going 90 miles an hour. That's tough to get every call right.
Yeah, unfortunately, much to the chagrin of these fans, these games are not seen frame by frame by the officials. And they've got Shepard. He needs medical attention. He got popped in the mouth at some point. He's got blood that needs to be taken care of. So he was going to inbound. Instead, you've got Cole Cheatham going to inbound. That's a big change out of a timeout.
Yeah.
The inbounder's got to know where the ball's going.
If you're listening there in the huddle.
It's it up top to Koulis. Generally a good idea.
Yeah, when all else fails, get the ball to Drew.
Drew Koulis inside. Kicks out. Abendroth fought 3 instead. Back up top now to Koulis. The spin. The drive. Blocked. Parker Volk with his first block of the game.
Volk read exactly what Koulis was going to do. Went up and blocked that shot with those long arms.
Giving up now. Doniphan Trumbull resets. Screen for Bennett. Now Poppy in the corner. Working it in on Taylor. The up fake, the shot. Taylor kept his position really well as Poppy was trying to draw the block, or draw the foul.
Almost got Taylor in the air, but Taylor did a great job to maintain that position, keep his feet on the ground, and force a very difficult shot.
Taylor has not scored, but his value today immense for Concordia.
They're playing great on-ball defense.
Off the switch, Bennett picks up Koulis. Concordia has not scored in 3 minutes plus, yet they lead. Shot clock down to 7. Off, glass, and good, and 1.
Now they're going to call offensive foul.
I take back everything I said. Cole Cheatham called for the offensive foul.
The nearest official, I thought he was going to say and 1.
That's what it looked like.
Official across the way underneath the basket came out and with the charge signal.
It was the official closest to the play that made it.
It's a big call here.
That's pretty good position.
Cardinals with a chance maybe to tie this ball game.
That's Askey off the bench, drawing a huge charge. Askey wants 3. In and out. Koulis the rebound, and he's fouled.
Well, one thing about Koulis, he's obviously being a coach's kid.
Yeah.
Does things fundamentally well. That's a great block out, but tremendously athletic for that 6-foot frame. Really goes up and gets this rebound. Look at the block out there. Gets position and skies up, gets that rebound. That's a great job from your 6-foot, I guess not point guard right now, but 6-foot guard.
Neither team has scored in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. It's become a war of attrition in the C1 semis. Defender slips. Thrasher on the ball reversal. Off the window and good. Jack Thrasher, 15 points to lead all scorers.
Again, you don't see a lot of bad shots out of Concordia. They find what they want in their offensive sets.
Bennett. Fades away, can't fill it up. Koulis the rebound.
At 5 now, no need to hurry. Do what you've been doing. Run those sets, find a good shot.
Abendroth kicks out. 3 short. Jack Poppy flying in to get that rebound. Poppy leaves it for Volk. Off the jump stop, extra pass, tipped away and stolen.
A big turnover. Lost another possession, down 5.
14th miscue for the Cardinals today. Koulis. Off the glass, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Drew Koulis. Not his best shooting performance, but he got a big one there. Concordia's up 7. Mustangs called timeout. We take one as well. 2:34 to go. The Mustangs can feel it. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Well, stick around after the game, folks. We'll talk to our player of the game. That interview brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point and by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. Drew Koulis, not sure if it'll be him. He has not shot the ball well at all today for Concordia. Just 4 of 15 from the field, but 9 rebounds, including a monster putback a few moments ago. That has the Mustangs up 7 with 2.5 to go.
And even without scoring, though, he's affected this game. We talked about the rebounding, but he's also, it seems like he's just kind of kept this Concordia team under control. We mentioned that, we don't take a lot of bad shots. They don't get ahead of themselves when they do have opportunities to run. It's usually Koulis, the guy that's bringing the ball down the floor quickly, but just a heady player and a player who has affected the game without scoring a lot of points.
Oh, turned over. Poppy had made the cut, but the pass was off by Barnes, and Concordia gets the steal. And a foul, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for Doniphan Trumbull. That's just their second. And if this stays like this, they're going to need fouls to pile up in a hurry.
They both tried to get the charging foul called here. You see it right here. He's just trying to lean in there, and that's an easy blocking call there for the officials.
Koulis backing out. Well, Concordia, they are so good at this. Just keeping a lead late with their ball handling prowess. How on earth did Drew Koulis get that to go? He lost it on his way up, regathered it, and got it to go all in midair.
Now you got a guy like Koulis that handles the ball so well. Even when he doesn't handle it well, he makes a play.
Concordia now with their largest lead with 1:54 to go. Bennett forcing the issue. He'll head to the line.
Well, best thing right now for Doniphan Trumbull, good free throw shooting team. Knocked down a couple free throws, set up some pressure. Got to make them both.
The foul called on Shepard, his third. And it's Tyson Bennett, 71% free throw shooter on the year. That ends a 4-minute, 11-second scoring drought for Doniphan Trumbull.
That's a bad time to have a scoring drought here when you're trying to close out a game. You're down 8 now. Again, second free throw big. You want to make this shot. I assume Cardinals will throw some full court pressure at the Mustangs.
And try to do everything they can to speed this game up. Concordia has made this game their tempo over the final 3 quarters.
With that pressure set off the made free throw, try to get a steal.
Cheatham. Not yet into the front court, and Travel. He tried to stop his momentum and shuffled his feet a bit. So an uncharacteristic and untimely turnover for Omaha Concordia. As we get set to tell you about the postgame, we'll take a look at our top plays. And those are brought to you by Currency.
The Cardinals have a chance now. Down 7. You have to be efficient here offensively. You can't have an open or an empty possession, rather.
fighting through the screen. Taylor will be called for his third foul. Again, Ryan Taylor has not attempted a shot today. He's got a couple of rebounds. But his on-ball defense has been so valuable today. What he has done on Jack Poppy and Parker Volk today has been tremendous.
I got him on my lunch pail team.
Run to the baseline. The three falls. You can't keep him down forever. Poppy hits the triple. Timeout called. Doniphan Trumbull. 94 seconds to go. The Cardinals not done yet. You're watching News Channel Nebraska as Jack Poppy finally finds it from deep. Back after this.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
(46-42), Concordia with the lead over Doniphan Trumbull. This game has been anything but for the Birds.
I knew I shouldn't have ate that pizza last night.
You're seeing that, right? This is not okay. Fair enough. That's good.
So for the Cardinals now, you're doing exactly what you have to do. You get your chance at the free throw line. You get a quick three. You're scoring points, and you're doing so quickly. That three-pointer was big because now it's a 5-0 run for Doniphan Trumbull. Now you're within 4. It's certainly within striking distance. Putting a little pressure now on Concordia to handle the basketball and not make that big mistake.
Jackson Shepard, the 6'3 senior, will trigger. Gets it to Cheatham. Concordia will cross the timeline with Shepard. Now Doniphan Trumbull might want to think about fouling. They only have 2 team fouls.
You can play aggressively here. Nobody in real serious foul trouble.
2-possession game, minute 15 to go. Shot clock down to 12 for Concordia. Shot clock down to 5 for Concordia. Down to 1. Koulis. No. Offensive rebound.
Wow.
The theme of the game.
Yep.
Jax Thrasher.
That was huge.
And a foul called there. Jack Thrasher, 15 points, 5 rebounds, and his 4th offensive rebound. 4 of his 5 rebounds have come on the offensive end.
Yeah, 14 offensive rebounds in this game. None bigger than that one. 4-point lead, game still in the balance, and you get that rebound and keep possession of the basketball. And now, if you're Doniphan Trumbull, I think you got to come out and foul here if you can't get a quick steal.
49 seconds to go. There's the foul. The next one puts Concordia in the bonus. Concordia, good free throw shooting team as well. They haven't missed yet today. They were 10 of 15 in their quarterfinal win over Sydney.
They only 3 for 3 though today. They haven't had a lot of opportunities there. So I think if you're Doniphan Trumbull, you try to keep the ball out of Drew Koulis' hands and force somebody else to step up there and make them.
They foul called before the inbound, so now it's Thrasher heading to the line. You mentioned Concordia 3 for 3. He's the one who's attempted all of them.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe you got the right guy at the line. Tyson Bennett there got caught with the hold, but probably a good foul because no time comes off the clock. The only thing you do when you do that is you don't have the opportunity to get a quick steal.
Free throw, no problem for Thrasher. The foul on Bennett, his 3rd. Askey back in for Doniphan Trumbull. Cardinals going with their shooters. Thrasher, Plinko chips it down. What a game for the senior. 17 points.
Cardinals have to play fast, but you got to get a good shot.
In the front court off the high glass. No. Rebound, Concordia. This time Shepard, and they'll foul him. 38 seconds.
Mustangs in the driver's seat now, up 6. Can extend it from the free throw line. Not a lot of time left. And I suppose that, a shot from Poppy is kind of what you wanted, but they've defended it very well. And as they have been doing the entire game, rebounding the basketball well, plus 11 right now are the Mustangs in that category.
Jack Poppy and Parker Volk in the quarterfinals combined for 43 points. Today they've combined for 19 on a combined 5 of 17 shooting. Parker Volk has only attempted 3 shots today.
That's amazing. Only 3 shots.
He was our player of the game on Wednesday, put up 20 points at 9 rebounds. Shepard miss, leaves the door open slightly. 3-possession game.
Same thing. You got to play fast, but you got to get a quality look. Can't have that empty possession.
Poppy drives, kicks, corner, triple, no. Off the heel, rebound to Concordia, and the shot clock is off. Well, that was a good look for Tregan Barnes.
Doniphan Trumbull players frustrated right now. They sense it. 30.7 to go and down 7. We're taking incredible effort now to come back and win this ball game.
Now that was a shot they needed, and now it's Shepard at the line. One of 3 Mustangs in double figures. He and Koulis have 10. Thrasher with 17. But Thrasher and Shepard, the seniors, who have been part of so much state tournament heartbreak over the years. And Coach Koulis talking to me about how they've been such a big part of this program from a leadership standpoint, and how he was happy that they were able to get here for their senior year. When you looked at all the teams as that free throws missed that had experience coming back, Concordia not necessarily one of the teams at the top of the list expected to even be here, but they played well. They beat Lincoln Lutheran earlier this year, and now it looks like for the first time in school history, they'll be playing for a title on Saturday. It's an 8-point game.
Yeah, barring an incredible finish, they're going to be there. Watching Coach Koulis pace over there. He just wants this game over with.
Yep. Quick triple, won't fall. Another rebound for Thrasher. And he's fouled and will head to the line. Well, Auburn didn't make it this year. Fillmore Central beat them. Wahoo's in Class B. They found a new opponent in the semifinals this year in Doniphan Trumbull, and they've gotten over the hump. But I have a feeling the way they've played this week, they could have taken on anybody and probably come up with a win here today.
Well, yeah, they've played real clutch basketball. They've made plays. Real sound team. Don't make a lot of mistakes. It'll serve them well in this state championship game against another team very similar to that in Ashland Greenwood.
That's a game that could be like 30-28.
Yeah, very well could be.
And like 40 attempted shots the entire game. 10-point game now. That's the largest lead for Concordia. Bennett, he's had a nice game today. Hits that 3. 17 points for him.
Nice job squaring up on that 3-pointer.
Quick foul. This will send Abendroth to the line. But with 7 seconds to go, this one all but over. Doniphan Trumbull will have the 3rd place game against Lincoln Lutheran. The Concordia fans to their feet. They can feel it. They've been here on Saturday quite a few times, but they've never been back in Pinnacle Bank Arena on Saturday. And that's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, no 3rd place game this time. A rematch of last year's 3rd place game ahead of the state championship game against Ashland Greenwood.
That it is.
A game that Concordia won.
That it is, and Concordia will face an Ashland Greenwood team who is similar to Concordia, playing their best basketball at the right time. They're familiar teams, Lou, but not necessarily teams that we thought coming into the season would be here at this point this year, and yet here they are.
Yeah.
But you look on the sideline, you see Jacob Mose and you see Ken Koulis, and you go, yeah, I guess it makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, now it makes sense, yeah. Got a couple great coaches. Got a team of in Ashland Greenwood with no seniors on that ball club.
They got one senior. No
yeah.
seniors in their starting lineup.
Right, in that rotation, there's no seniors. So a young basketball team that's really peaked.
Abendroth hits the free throw. Subs are in. Doniphan Trumbull acquitted themselves well at the state tournament this year. Impressive in victory over Ogallala on Wednesday. Started this one off well, but just didn't have enough today. And it's a good feeling for Concordia. They're on to Saturday, but this time it's with a chance to cut down the nets. Your final, 54-45, Omaha Concordia victorious over Doniphan Trumbull. Postgame show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Concordia headed to the state championship round for the first time in school history with the win over Doniphan Trumbull. We're now joined by Victoria's head coach, Ken Koulis. Coach, you guys have been here. You've become a staple of the state tournament. 5 straight years, 4 semifinals. Now what's it mean to finally get over the hump and into the state championship round?
Yeah, we've been knocking on the door for a while, and, it's been a journey to get here. And, we haven't blown people out all year. It hasn't been our thing. Heck, we've had to hit big shots late in games even to get here. But just the grit and determination of this group, it's what's put us in the finals. I'm super proud of them.
Talking about grit and determination, offensive boards were huge today. You out-rebounded them by 13 overall. Can you talk about that performance in the paint from your team?
Well, we value that. It's a staple of our practices. It's a staple of just our pregame and everything that we do. And we feel like if we get extra possessions, and we've got really strong kids, really strong athletic kids. We have kids that have put their time in the weight room and gotten to the point where they can rebound in these scenarios, because the shots don't always go in, especially you get down here to Pinnacle Bank and it's bigger, and now all of a sudden the swish you maybe had at home is a little bit short. But you can always rebound, and you can always get on the glass, and you can always give that effort. So it's just part of who we are and part of what we do.
Now, you've lost some players over the last couple of years. It's maybe not your most veteran club, but can you talk about some of the older guys who are setting the tone for your team?
Well, we got 3 seniors, 2 that play a lot, Jack and Jackson, and then 1 off the bench that provides a lot of heart for us, Logan. And what they do is just they just calm us. They have this calm demeanor that, in those situations where maybe it's a 2-point game, there's not panic on their faces. There's not a sense of, oh, geez, I'm not going to get this done. And that grit and that composure has just got us to where we are. Again, got us to the state finals.
Now, you mentioned Jack. He had a big game for you today. And really, it seemed like when he was coming up with those rebounds, it was in the big moments. Can you talk about his performance?
Well, Jack's a 4-year letter winner for us. Started for 3. Has always had a high ceiling. But I think the biggest thing about Jack is he's a character guy. The character of Jack Thrasher is... It's the best I've ever had. Him and Jackson and Logan, and their composure and their tenacity, and he listens. If you tell him something one time in a scouting report, he knows what we're talking about. So super proud of him and the journey he's been through really to get to the state finals.
Now you get Ashland Greenwood. What's it going to take to bring home the school's first ever state title?
Well, 2 really gritty teams, really. 2 teams that really kind of on the same path. 2 teams that started over. I know they had some good pieces back. We had some good pieces back, but they got a lot of new kids playing off the bench like we do, and a lot of new kids in different situations. So we highly respect them. We talk to them a lot. When we're out scouting, we see them. I see them at my son at Concordia Seward. They go to Concordia Seward to basketball games, and we go. We talk about what's going on and just the status of life more than anything. So we have a lot of respect for Ashland Greenwood and really what they've built. And, at the end of the day, they've done it before. They have experience. They know what it's like to be in the state title and state title game. And we gotta rise to that occasion. We're excited about it.
Well, Coach, congratulations and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's Victoria's head coach Ken Koulis. We're going to go ahead and bring in our player of the game, Jack Thrasher. Jack, you were getting after it on the boards today. Could you talk about your mentality underneath?
Yeah, I felt like there was no one there that could box me out, so I just crashed the boards and tried to out-jump them and get position.
Was there any anxiety coming down the stretch when Doniphan Trumbull started to make it close?
Not really. I think we have a really calm team. We've been in the semis a couple times, so it's my senior year. I wasn't going to let any pressure get to me.
Yeah, you've been to the semifinals 4 of the last 5 years. Now you're across this finish line into the state championship round. What's it mean to you and to this school to make it to this point?
It means a lot. We've been waiting a long time to come here and make it to the championship, so I'm super excited, and we're super excited.
Now you get Ashland Greenwood. As Coach Koulis said, it's a team that's been here before. What's it going to take to knock them off and bring home a state title?
It's going to take a lot of strength. They're a strong team. We played them last year in the 3rd place game, so I know some of their guys a little bit, but I'm excited to go after them.
Aren't a lot of seniors on this roster. As Coach Koulis mentioned, there are 3 of you, 2 on the floor, quite a bit. What's this group meant to you and as far as leadership for this whole squad?
I just feel like this team this year especially has really come together. We're all bought in. We're all communicating with each other off the court. We do FaceTimes at night sometimes. We're always connected, and I feel like everyone's for each other, not for themselves.
Well, Jack, congratulations and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's our player of the game, Jack Thrasher. Concordia beats Doniphan Trumbull to move into the state championship round. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Pat Jansen. Great work, as always. That player of the game, Jack Thrasher, brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living Better, also brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Buick in Aurora. Proud to sponsor the player of the game, Ashland Greenwood and Concordia. Lou Siefker, your thoughts?
Well, that's a coin flip, I think, isn't it? I mean, 2 really good teams. I think Coach Koulis said it best. These teams are on the same path, and that path right now has led to the state championship game. I think that's going to be a great one.
Concordia against Ashland Greenwood tomorrow. Let's take a look at how Concordia got there in our top plays, brought to you by Currency. Do you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency's here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. 2 teams trying to advance to the state championship game for the first time in their collective school's history. Concordia, the 3 seed, taking on 7-seeded Doniphan Trumbull after their upset of Ogallala in the quarterfinals. And Doniphan Trumbull hitting shots early. This 3 by Tregan Barnes as the Cardinals have the lead early. These teams traded buckets early on. Concordia able to get one of their own. One of their two seniors in the starting lineup, Jackson Shepard, who drains one from downtown. Shepard answering Doniphan Trumbull's three with one of his own. But again, this was about shot making early on. Jack Poppy drills from deep, although Concordia did a nice job on him defensively today. He did have some momentum going in the first quarter as Doniphan Trumbull had the lead. The steal here by Parker Volk. He gets it to roll home in transition. The Cardinals with a 17-13 lead after one. But this game became Concordia's pace in the second quarter. The dish left side for Abendroth. Drills from deep. He had 9 points on the game. That was his lone three-pointer. Doniphan Trumbull trying to answer, hanging around. That's a tough shot there by Tyson Bennett. He was the leading scorer for Doniphan Trumbull today with 17 points. Played really well. But at the half, Concordia has the 28-24 lead. They would extend their lead third quarter. Great movement away from the ball from Drew Koulis, who gets the feed there. Koulis did not shoot well. Doniphan Trumbull was good on him defensively, but he found ways elsewhere to make a difference. This corner three made a difference. Barnes finished with 6 points on the game. And Doniphan Trumbull within three as we head to the fourth quarter. And they were making plays late. Great pass from the high post to Jack Poppy. 2 of his 12 points off the feed from Volk. As Doniphan Trumbull hanging around, but Concordia made plays late. Drew Koulis somehow muscles that shot up and down. Concordia pulls away late. They get the win, 54-45, and in their fourth semifinal in the last 5 years, finally get the win. They'll play Ashland Greenwood for the state championship on Saturday. All right, Lou, Concordia, Ashland, Greenwood. What does it come down to in that game, you think?
Small things. One thing that Concordia did very well today was rebound on the offensive end. I think that's going to be big. I think if you look at maybe a player, I think Tonjes is going to be a difficult matchup. Yeah. I think he is an outstanding player. He might be the difference. He might be why you might lean a little bit toward Ashland Greenwood, but this Concordia team's so clutch. They just find ways to win. That's going to be a great basketball game.
Lou Siefker for all your broadcasting needs. Lou, thanks again.
As always, it's a labor of love.
An incredible season once again wrapping up here. We got a lot more basketball coming your way. We've got the Class A semifinals. That'll be in our afternoon session. Be back 1:20 Central Time, 12:20 Mountain for that. Then we got the Class B games wrapping things up this evening. This will be my last game on play-by-play. I want to send out some thank yous, first of all, to all of the sponsors who have helped bring these games to you folks, patronize their businesses. We could not do the things that we do without them. We thank them for their patronage throughout the year, and certainly look forward to their continued support in the months ahead. Lastly, and most of all, to the guys wearing the NCN T-shirts, the ones that you do not see, the ones who are behind the scenes, like our CEO mentioned, getting 3.5 hours of sleep on a good night, who are doing the job to get these games on the air. I cannot stress to you enough how hard these gentlemen work. And all the work that they're doing behind the scenes, I want to say thank you to Jared and to Josiah and to John and to Peyton and to Jared, the other one, and to Sam and to Kevin and to Mason and to Mitch and to Reed and to Taylor and to the three guys in the truck, Danny Alvarado, Paul Hires, and Connor Luby, all of whom desperately want to wrap this up so they can just go and have some lunch. Thank you so much for everything you do. Lou and I have the easy job. Yours is the tough one. And if not for you, we couldn't do this. Thank you. It is an honor.
Great job,
54-45, the final. Concordia gets the win. You've been watching News Channel Nebraska. My name's Eric McKay. Thanks for joining us.